1974 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead. $6,500. Dallas, Georgia. This 1974 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead is a classic example of a true rider-built machine from the golden era of American V-twins, blending elements of both FX and FLH into a unique and character-filled motorcycle often referred to as an FX-FLH. With its clean VIN, honest mechanical condition, and deep local history, this bike represents far more than just transportation. It is a rolling piece of Harley-Davidson culture, built to be ridden, enjoyed, and appreciated by someone who understands the soul of old shovelheads. Powered by the iconic Shovelhead V-twin and paired with a manual transmission, this bike delivers the raw, mechanical riding experience that made 1970s Harleys legendary. Showing approximately 100,000 miles, it stands as proof of how durable and long-lived these engines can be when properly maintained. High mileage on a vintage Harley like this is not a negative. Instead, it tells a story of decades of use, care, and road time. According to the seller, the bike runs, rides, and stops as it should, making it a solid and usable machine rather than a static display piece. Recent maintenance adds to its appeal and usability. The bike has received a new battery, new tires and tubes, fresh spark plugs, updated fluids, and a new condenser. These updates suggest that the current owner focused on reliability and rideability, ensuring that the next owner can enjoy the bike without immediately diving into major mechanical work. It is the kind of shovelhead you can start, warm up, and ride, while still leaving room for personal refinement and detailing. What truly sets this motorcycle apart is its provenance. This bike was built years ago by local legend Ron Higgins, known to many as Ronzo, for another local icon, Max Paris, also known as Maxine. That connection gives this Harley a strong sense of identity and history within the local riding community. Bikes like this are not mass-produced replicas or modern recreations. They are individual machines shaped by real people, real workshops, and real riding culture. Owning a motorcycle with this kind of backstory adds depth and authenticity that cannot be replicated. Visually, the black exterior suits the shovelhead perfectly, emphasizing its classic lines and mechanical presence. The FX and FLH combination creates a balanced look that blends the leaner, more aggressive stance of the FX models with some of the road-going comfort and stability associated with the FLH platform. It is neither a showroom restoration nor an overpolished custom. Instead, it sits in that desirable middle ground where a bike looks right, feels right, and invites use rather than fear of scratches or miles. The seller notes that there are no major issues, but also acknowledges that the next owner could have plenty of fun going through the bike, detailing it, and making it their own over the winter months. This honesty is refreshing and realistic when dealing with a 50-year-old motorcycle. Vintage Harleys reward owners who enjoy wrenching, learning, and improving their machines over time. This shovelhead offers that opportunity without demanding an immediate full rebuild or expensive overhaul. It is important to note that this motorcycle is being sold with no title, only a bill of sale. This makes it best suited for buyers who are comfortable navigating title processes, planning a long-term build, or using the bike in a collection where documentation requirements are understood. The price reflects this aspect of the sale, offering strong value for a riding shovelhead with documented history and recent maintenance. Located in Dallas, Georgia, this Harley is priced aggressively at $6,500, consistent with the seller's reputation for pricing bikes to sell quickly. In today's market, running shovelheads with character, clean vents, and solid mechanical condition are becoming harder to find, especially at this price point. Whether added to an existing collection, used as the foundation for a personalized custom, or simply ridden and enjoyed as is, this 1974 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead offers authenticity, history, and timeless appeal. For the right owner, this bike is not just another old Harley. It is a living piece of American motorcycling history, built by legends, ridden with purpose, and ready for its next chapter on the road or in a dedicated enthusiast's garage. 9 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail. $7,000 Kenosha, Wisconsin. This 1989 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail is a heavily built and thoughtfully upgraded custom that blends classic Softail styling with serious performance improvements. Originally known for its timeless looks and comfortable cruising nature, this particular Heritage Softail has been transformed into a much more aggressive and capable machine, while still retaining the soul and presence that make late 1980s Harleys so desirable. With only 900 miles on the current build, it represents a rare opportunity to acquire a fully sorted custom at a price that is difficult to match in today's market. At the heart of this motorcycle is a professionally built SNS high-performance engine that completely redefines how this bike rides and feels. Upgrades include performance pistons, pushrods, cam, and supporting components that take this Heritage Softail far beyond its original factory output. Where a stock version of this bike would have produced around 55 horsepower, this build is reported to deliver roughly 130 horsepower, turning a laid-back cruiser into a true street ripper. Despite the dramatic increase in power, the engine has seen only about 900 miles of use, meaning it is still very fresh and barely broken in. All fluids were changed this year, ensuring the bike is ready to ride and enjoy immediately. The transmission has also been rebuilt, providing confidence that the drivetrain is as solid as the engine itself. Power delivery is smooth and strong, and the bike benefits from aftermarket exhaust pipes that not only complement the performance upgrades, but also give the bike a deep, authoritative Harley sound. A new carburetor has been installed to properly support the engine modifications, helping ensure clean throttle response and reliable operation. Combined, these upgrades create a motorcycle that is dramatically more exciting than stock, while still being very usable on the street. Visually, the bike stays true to the Heritage Softail's classic roots while adding a custom edge. Finished in black, it carries a muscular and timeless appearance that suits both traditional Harley fans and custom bike enthusiasts. The bike currently wears 5-gallon tanks, giving it extended range for longer rides. But the sale also includes the original tanks as well as a set of 4-gallon split tanks. This gives the next owner multiple styling and configuration options, whether the goal is long-distance cruising or a more stripped-down custom look. Comfort and control have not been overlooked. The bike features beach bars for a relaxed riding position, and the original handlebars are included as well, allowing the next owner to easily tailor the ergonomics to their preference. New cables and a new battery have been installed, along with new floorboards that enhance rider comfort on longer rides. The bike comes with both the original seat and a newer seat, again offering flexibility depending on whether originality or comfort is the priority. The tires are in excellent condition, described as almost new with very minimal use, which adds to the overall turnkey nature of the motorcycle. Mechanically and cosmetically, this Heritage Softail reflects significant time and investment. The seller notes that tons of work has been done, and the overall package supports that claim. From the rebuilt transmission and fresh fluids to the extensive engine work and numerous new components, this is not a half-finished project or a cosmetic-only custom. It is a well-thought-out build designed to be ridden hard and enjoyed, while still being clean and presentable. The reason for sale is personal, as it is being sold on behalf of a friend whose family situation has changed. As a result, the asking price of $7,000 is described as a steal, especially considering that the value of the built engine alone is said to match the asking price. In a market where custom Harleys with quality internal engine work often command significantly higher prices, this bike stands out as an exceptional value. Located in Kenosha, Wisconsin, this 1989 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail offers a unique combination of classic styling, modernized performance, and low miles on a high-end build. It is well suited for a rider who wants the look and presence of an old-school Softail, but with performance that can surprise much newer motorcycles. For the right buyer, this is a rare chance to step into a fully built, low-mileage Harley that needs nothing more than a new owner ready to enjoy it. 66 Benelli motorcycle for $1,000. Corrigan, Tennessee. This 1966 Benelli motorcycle is a striking example of classic Italian engineering from a period when craftsmanship, mechanical simplicity, and elegant design were at the heart of motorcycling. Finished in a vivid red that highlights its clean lines and period-correct styling, this Benelli presents itself as a rare and appealing machine for collectors, vintage enthusiasts, or riders who appreciate motorcycles with genuine character and history. With just 1,425 miles showing, it reflects extremely light use over its lifetime and stands out as a remarkably preserved example from the mid-1960s. Benelli motorcycles from this era are well known for their robust construction and smooth-running engines, and this bike embodies those qualities. The manual transmission delivers a direct and engaging riding experience, connecting the rider closely to the mechanical feel that modern motorcycles often lack. Every shift, every throttle input, and every mile traveled reinforces the sense that this is a machine built in a time when riding was as much about involvement as it was about transportation. The low indicated mileage suggests that this motorcycle has spent much of its life carefully stored and respected, rather than worn down by years of daily use. Visually, the motorcycle makes a strong impression. The red paintwork appears clean and vibrant, emphasizing the elegant proportions of the frame, tank, and fenders. Chrome and polished metal components complement the paint nicely, giving the bike a balanced look that feels authentic rather than over-restored. From the classic headlight and handlebars to the spoked wheels and suspension details, everything about this Benelli reflects the design language of European motorcycles from the 1960s, where form and function were equally important. The engine and drivetrain layout showcase Benelli's engineering philosophy of the time, favoring reliability, smooth operation, and straightforward serviceability. These bikes were designed to be enjoyed on real roads, not just admired in collections, and that philosophy still holds true today. Whether started for occasional rides, displayed in a private collection, or shown at vintage motorcycle events, this Benelli has the presence and authenticity to draw attention from knowledgeable enthusiasts. Italian motorcycles from this era have become increasingly desirable, and Benelli holds a respected place alongside other legendary European brands. With only 1,425 miles recorded, this motorcycle offers a unique opportunity for someone looking to own a vintage bike that has not been heavily modified or used up. Low-mileage classics like this are becoming harder to find, especially at an accessible price point. The condition suggests careful ownership and likely indoor storage, helping preserve both its mechanical integrity and cosmetic appeal. While any vintage motorcycle benefits from regular inspection and maintenance, this Benelli appears to be a solid foundation for continued enjoyment rather than a neglected project. Located in Corrigan, Tennessee, this bike is offered at a price of $4,000, which represents strong value in today's classic motorcycle market. Comparable European motorcycles from the 1960s are steadily rising in value as collectors recognize their historical significance and riding charm. This Benelli fits well into that trend, offering both aesthetic appeal and long-term collectability. Its simplicity and classic design make it approachable for owners who enjoy maintaining their own machines, while its rarity adds a level of exclusivity that many vintage riders seek. This motorcycle would suit a variety of buyers, from someone building a tasteful vintage collection to an enthusiast looking for a weekend rider with authentic 1960s character. It could also serve as an excellent conversation piece, as Benelli motorcycles are less common than many British or American classics and often spark interest wherever they are seen. The seller has provided minimal description beyond the basics, suggesting that direct communication will reveal more details for serious buyers. Overall, this 1966 Benelli motorcycle represents an opportunity to own a genuine piece of Italian motorcycling history. It combines low mileage, classic styling, and a respected brand name into a package that is increasingly hard to find. For the right owner, this bike offers not just transportation, but a connection to a bygone era of motorcycling, where design, engineering, and riding pleasure came together in a beautifully simple form. 1957 Douglas Firefly. $8,500. Wheeling, Illinois. This 1957 Douglas Firefly is a rare and fascinating example of post-war British motorcycle engineering, offered in running condition and backed by a clear Illinois title. Douglas motorcycles occupy a unique place in motorcycling history, known for their flat-twin engines and unconventional engineering choices that set them apart from more common British marques of the era. The Firefly, also known in some markets as the Dragonfly, represents one of the final chapters of Douglas motorcycle production and is increasingly sought after by collectors who appreciate originality, rarity, and mechanical character. Only 1,457 Douglas Firefly units were produced, making this model genuinely scarce by any standard. Unlike mass-produced motorcycles from larger manufacturers, the Firefly was built in limited numbers during a challenging period for the British motorcycle industry. As a result, surviving examples are few, and finding one that runs well with a proper title is becoming increasingly difficult. This rarity alone makes the bike appealing not only as a rider, but also as a long-term collectible with strong historical significance. Mechanically, this Firefly stands out thanks to thoughtful updates that improve usability while respecting the bike's original spirit. The engine features a brand new custom-made piston, an important upgrade that addresses one of the most critical components in a vintage motorcycle. Custom pistons for low-production British bikes are not easy or inexpensive to source, and having this work already completed adds both reliability and value. The engine is reported to run great, which is a major selling point for a motorcycle of this age, especially one with such limited production numbers. Another significant improvement is the conversion from the original 6-volt electrical system to a more modern 12-volt setup. This upgrade dramatically improves starting reliability, lighting performance, and overall electrical dependability, making the bike far more practical to own and ride in modern conditions. While purists may sometimes prefer fully original electrics, many experienced vintage owners appreciate the benefits of a well-executed 12-volt conversion, particularly on a motorcycle intended to be used rather than displayed exclusively. With 33,086 miles showing, this Douglas Firefly reflects a life of actual use rather than being a static museum piece. That mileage speaks to the durability of the design and suggests the bike has been enjoyed and maintained rather than neglected. For collectors who value authenticity and mechanical honesty, this kind of history can be more appealing than an over-restored example that has lost its original character. The bike's black exterior further reinforces its classic British appearance, giving it a clean, understated look that suits its era perfectly. From a riding perspective, the Douglas Firefly offers a very different experience compared to more common British singles or vertical twins. The flat twin engine configuration provides a distinctive feel, smooth power delivery, and a unique exhaust note that immediately sets it apart. It is a motorcycle that sparks conversation wherever it goes, especially among vintage enthusiasts who recognize how uncommon Douglas machines have become. Whether ridden at vintage events, local shows, or casual weekend outings, this bike has the kind of presence that attracts knowledgeable attention. The inclusion of a clear Illinois title is another major advantage. Paperwork can often be a challenge with vintage European motorcycles, particularly rare models that have passed through multiple owners or spent time off the road. Having a clean, transferable title removes a significant barrier for potential buyers and makes registration and ownership far more straightforward. This alone enhances the bike's desirability and market value. From an investment standpoint, the Douglas Firefly sits in an interesting position. As collectors continue to look beyond the usual Triumph, BSA, and Norton offerings, rarer marques like Douglas are gaining renewed interest. Limited production numbers, combined with increasing awareness of the brand's historical importance, suggest that values for well-kept examples like this one are likely to remain strong or appreciate over time. The fact that this bike runs well and has already received key mechanical updates only strengthens its long-term appeal. Located in Wheeling, Illinois, this 1957 Douglas Firefly is offered at $8,500, with reasonable offers considered. For the right buyer, this represents an opportunity to own a genuinely rare British motorcycle that combines history, character, and usability. Whether you are a seasoned collector looking to add something truly different to your lineup or an enthusiast seeking a distinctive vintage machine with real road presence, this Douglas Firefly stands out as a compelling and uncommon choice.
50 Vincent Rapide, listed at $63,500 and located in Asbury Park, New Jersey, represents one of the most cherished motorcycles from the golden age of British motorcycling. This particular model, finished in the rare and striking Chinese red color, is highly sought after by collectors and enthusiasts due to its limited production and impeccable condition. With only 35,716 miles on the odometer and having undergone a full restoration, this motorcycle stands as both a powerful machine and a stunning piece of engineering art. At the heart of the Vincent Rapide is a legendary 998 cubic centimeters OHV 50-degree V-twin engine, capable of producing around 45 to 55 horsepower at 5,200 to 5,700 revolutions per minute, depending on the tuning. This engine was renowned for its innovative features of the time, such as unit construction, combining the engine and gearbox casings and advanced oiling systems. The pushrod V-twin design, with its robust cast alloy heads and precise valve timing, gave the Rapide a distinctive roar and impressive performance. Unlike many motorcycles of its era, the Vincent Rapide offered exceptional top speed, estimated at around 110 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest production motorcycles of its day. The bike features a 4-speed manual transmission with a chain final drive, delivering smooth and consistent power transfer. The frame design evolved over several series of the Rapide, with this model incorporating a tubular backbone frame and a diamond section design that balanced rigidity with lightness. Notably, the Series C model, representative of this bike, added advanced suspension components, including Vincent's famous hydraulic front forks and a cantilever rear suspension. These innovations provided superior ride comfort and improved handling, which was particularly important for the touring capabilities that the Rapide offered. Braking was state-of-the-art for the time, with twin 7-inch single-leading shoe drum brakes on both front and rear wheels, offering reliable stopping power. The tires typically featured Dunlop front and Avon rear rubber, balancing durability and grip even at high speeds. The bike's wheelbase of approximately 56.5 inches and a dry weight near 455 pounds contributed to its nimble yet stable presence on the road. Beyond its mechanical achievements, the Rapide is iconic for its craftsmanship and aesthetic detail. The motorcycle's Chinese red paint was a special factory color, originally available primarily for the American market, which greatly adds to this bike's desirability and rarity. The restoration has preserved all its historical charm, making it visually as majestic as it is mechanically sound. It has been carefully stored for 15 years in climate-controlled conditions, ensuring that the paint, chrome, and mechanical parts retain their excellent state. The bike is supported by manuals including service and parts guides, a Haynes workshop manual, period brochures, and magazines, along with spare parts such as a camshaft and sidecar mounting brackets. The full package adds immense value and convenience for collectors, restorers, or riders who appreciate thorough documentation and backup parts. Recent auctions affirm a strong market for well-maintained and rare Vincents, with values for Rapide Tourings in excellent condition climbing above $135,000, and very good examples appraised around $70,000. This bike's rare color and documented excellent restoration make it a prime candidate for continued appreciation and a centerpiece of any serious motorcycle collection. In summary, the 1950 Vincent Rapide touring in Asbury Park, New Jersey is a superb example of classic British motorcycle engineering. Its combination of advanced technology for its era, rare factory color, meticulous restoration, and rich heritage culminates in a motorcycle that is as thrilling to ride as it is beautiful to behold. This Rapide is a treasured collectible and offers a unique opportunity for an enthusiast to own an authentic legend of motorcycling history.